Hello and welcome back to Well Played, presented by The Skim. I'm Caroline Hendershot.
I'm Blake.
If you're not watching the video of today's episode, run, do not walk to YouTube, Spotify, wherever you can watch the video, because I'm telling you, we are dressed in full Halloween costume right now. Both of us are blindfolded or just like not looking, and we're about to reveal our Halloween costumes to each other.
I'm shaking in my boots.
I'm literally so nervous. Okay, should we do it?
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
What the fuck are you? Wait, what are you?
Wait, no, you're me! Oh my god, that's so good. Wow, you even curled your hair for the first time.
I know. That's why I was so late today.
Wait,
What are you?
read my sign.
Redwood. Sorry, I had to move my napkin.
No, it's
Excuse
okay.
me.
I understand.
You're a tree.
A specific kind of tree.
A redwood tree.
It ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened my thighs.
Are you fucking serious? You're so weird. You're crazy. You're so crazy. I'm scared.
Oh my god.
I'm scared.
I'm literally sweating. I'm sweating.
I'm also sweating.
Oh, well, that was so
I
smart.
love your costume.
Thanks. I'll give you some behind the scenes video footage of me and Scott crafting.
I mean, we should like talk about it a little.
Oh my god, I'm sweating.
Don't worry, this is not going to stay on my face the entare episode.
You could just like pull her to the side.
I'm going to give her a little tuck.
Okay, give her.
Should I do it now?
Yeah. Give her a little tuck.
Because I think we should talk about. Wow, I look like my great Aunt Mary right now.
Not me. Is Great Aunt Mary cool and cute?
She's just like fully Chinese. That's what I mean.
Totally. Okay, so let's go through our process, our crafting process, and our thought process. Okay, so when did you think of? When did you think of yours?
I'm just sorry. I have never seen this before. Does she say redwood in the song?
Yes.
Okay.
She says, "Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened my thighs." Great song. Knock on wood. By our girl T Sweezy.
Right.
So obviously she's referencing Travis Kelce.
Right. So you're Travis Kelce's dick. Is what you are.
No, I'm a redwood tree. It's different. It's very different, Blake.
You
Get your
look
mind
so
out of the gutter.
cute.
Thank you. I'm so hot because it's like just like literally
The plastic
keeping
wrap.
Yeah,
It's trapping the heat.
It's keeping all the heat.
I know. I might have to get rid of
Rachel
your
was
jacket,
like,
my jacket.
Rachel was like, you can take it off during the. I was like, no, I can't.
No, I feel like we should do
Committed to the bit. Committed to the bit.
Um,
Wait, when did you think of this? What was your process?
You know, it's so funny. I had a lot of ideas, right? So I was like, I could be an Etsy witch, which feels very topical.
Oh, that's a good one.
I know. I was like, I could be an Etsy witch. And then I was like, oh, it would be funny if I wore a wig. So I was thinking about coming as a Midabines character from She's the Man. But I was like, you already saw that. So
Totally.
We said that to each other.
I love that
And
one.
then I had a really deep cut one that was like too deep cut that I was like, I can't be this. This is too much. Which is that I was going to be.
Oh, God.
I don't think our audience would get it, which is also why I wasn't going to do it. Which
Yeah.
I was going to be. You watched Drake and Josh, right?
Obvi.
I was going to be Josh when he becomes the equipment manager of the high school football team, and then he gets put in the game, and then he gets beat. His ass gets beat in the game, and he has like dirt and stuff all over his face. Obviously, I would wear the wig.
Yeah.
And then I would do a bit where I'd be like, Oprah, is that you? Because he's obsessed with Oprah.
I forgot about that. Okay,
But I was
that
like-
part rings a bell, but the rest doesn't.
You don't remember he would like held up his shirt and he was like, equipment manager.
Oh, okay. It's actually now coming back to me. This is a very like repressed memory for me, but I'm into it because I loved Drake and Josh.
Repressed. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Traumatic.
And then I don't know what happened. I was just like, I'm going to be Caroline Hendershot getting
Yeah.
hit with an Appian at the Jets game live on broadcast last year.
Because obviously.
Yeah. And then I knew I had a jacket that was, I looked up your outfit. Like I looked up
Wow.
the picture.
Amazing.
Wait, let me get my phone out because I have screenshots.
Wow, incredible.
And obviously we'll include the pictures of. She's like, and it happened so fast. But this was
so
the outfit that
good.
Caroline wore before. Oh, it's blurry.
That's okay.
And you get the idea.
Yeah, fuzzy.
I'm gonna include it
green
again in the
jacket, black skirt, black boots, tights.
I
crushed.
did an interpretation.
You know, it crushed.
And I hit it with the side part. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't ever wear a side part.
I'm obsessed.
I wore black eyeliner, which
I'm
I normally don't wear.
obsessed.
And I did a little eye makeup,
You
which
look so cute.
I never do. You look so cute. So
Oh,
when did it hit you?
Thanks. Well, okay, so I was really torn because I wanted to obviously be funny because you know what?
Yes.
Halloween, teach their own. If you want to dress up and look good, more props to you. Couldn't be me. I want to be funny.
I chose the sexy Halloween costume.
Yeah, you're sexy. I'm funny.
I'm sexy Caroline Hendershot. Getting it with a napkin.
I love the humor. So I was like, I'm going to dress like a man. Like one way or another. I'm going to get the whole wig, whatever. Originally was going to do Bill Belichick and was just going to, be grumpy old man talking the same way the whole time, like, no, the whole podcast. And then I was like, okay, that's like fine. It's not great. Then I was watching Chad Powers. I texted you about Chad Powers because I was like, if I did Chad Powers, would she know? Like, has she watched it?
That's why you texted me.
Yeah. But also I just love Chad Powers. It's so freaking funny. I was laughing out loud at it. And then I was like, okay, but it's not like maybe the most recognizable. It is very timely because it just came out, whatever. And then I was talking to my sisters about it, and Sarah, who's just like so creative, this is like right up her alley, was giving me like a million ideas. And this was one of them, a redwood tree. And I was like,
that's the one.
Gagged. So amazing. Then she was like, you got to get like some piece of cardboard to put around you because redwood trunks are really big. I was like, girl, I will not be able to sit. I can't. So I just did the brown. And then I was like, when I was doing my research on redwood trees, which I learned this, not a lot of leaves on redwood trees.
They're really
a lot
tall.
of trunk, not a lot of leaves. Yeah, they are very tall. So, I am fitting the part. But yeah, so I would say that it was a lot of researching and learning about trees and arboretums and the redwood forest. To the redwood forest,
to the Gulf Stream
waters. And then I was like really like, oh, should I do a hat? Like, how am I gonna?
Where did you get the trees from?
Obviously, I bought garland from Michael.
It's so obvious.
Snipped the garland branch by branch. Hot glued it to a poncho.
And that poncho, it didn't melt? I'm surprised.
Surprisingly, it didn't, but I can't be for sure because last night as we were crafting, we as in me and Scott, because I'm sure that's exactly what he thought he was getting himself into when he married me 5 months ago. He was like, okay, I'm going to like let it cool a little bit, then I'm going to stick it to you. And I was like, okay, love it.
What do you mean stick it to you? You were wearing it?
I was wearing it because it had to but I was wearing a sweatshirt underneath the poncho with the hood up so that I was okay and protected. There was a method to the madness. And then anyways, this is how it turned out because it was on me while it was happening.
I was going to say, it's like kind of perfect. It makes a lot of sense you wore it. I'm just glad that you used protection.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, anyways, this is how it came out.
Oh, well, okay. So if you were looking for Halloween costumes this year, couldn't really figure it out, you could either be sexy Caroline Hendershot
or redwood tree.
Caroline Hendershot.
Or Caroline Hendershot.
As redwood tree.
Okay, that was
really fun.
That was everything I imagined and more.
Oh, so are you going to wear this weekend?
I think I have to like go
should.
trick-or-treating with my nieces and nephews.
Oh, obvious.
Yeah.
But how are you going to explain that one to the kids? Oh, you're just a tree.
I'm just a tree.
You're just a tree.
Yeah.
Okay. Easy.
Oh, God. If I make it through this whole episode without peeing my pants, I think it will be a record.
I know. It's still going to be a fun one today. We have a lot to talk about.
No, lots. And you know what's going to be even better? When someone, like, out of context, if someone were to just, like, jump into the middle of this episode and we're going to be, like, diligently, very seriously, intently talking about a subject. And I'm going to look like this.
Oh, my God. You're right.
I'm going to look like a freaking
We have
bush.
a little bit of seriousness today, but
whoops,
just look past it.
Sorry. Okay, let's get into it.
Shall we? Shall we play the field?
Yeah, let's start with playing the field.
Okay, so we're kicking off playing the field with something that literally nobody asked for.
None.
Which is that Justin Bieber has a basketball team now in this thing called the League. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Okay, neither had I. I feel crazy wearing headphones right now. I can like half hear myself. Anyway, so I was really intrigued by this because obviously athletes doing sporty things. Stop laughing.
Sorry, I'm really trying.
Athletes doing sporty things, always gets me going. I'm like, what are they doing? So he does own this team with this thing called the League.
You said athletes doing sporty things.
Excuse me, I meant celebrities.
Artists. Yeah.
Artistes.
Sorry, we're both Caroline. We're sharing a brain today.
We're both Caroline. Okay, so celebs doing sporty things.
Pull your fake mic lower so that people can see your beautiful face.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, so the League. I went on their website, right?
Okay.
Because I had to figure out why.
Website.
Yeah, of course. I had to figure out like where he has this basketball team. It's
Yeah.
not professional, obviously. He doesn't own an NBA team. No, it's in the League, which is a disruptive sports and lifestyle property where A-list talent, fashion, hospitality, music, and community converge. More than just basketball and futsal leagues, by the way, they have indoor soccer. We're a stage that brings together global brands, celebrities, and tastemakers, aka it's a group of probably like the most insufferable people in Los Angeles.
For sure.
Getting together to play sports.
Wait, it's crazy because before I even knew what this was, I wrote down literally on my notes, it's giving I couldn't make the team, so I just made one myself energy, which is essentially exactly what he did. And also it makes no sense because he's a big hockey guy. So like, wouldn't you want to just like invest in an NHL team?
No, because he wants, that's the thing, he plays in the league with his team.
But of course.
His team is called Skylark because his brand is also called Skylark. He has like an apparel brand that I had no idea about that launched earlier this summer. It's like the type of brand that sells like tank tops for $60 and like hoodies for $180.
Totally.
Super affordable, you know. And so that's the name of his team. And each team is like a brand that's, I think, local to Los Angeles. So I think there's like some weed companies that have a team in the league. Yeah. And I also loved that the co-founder of the league, he said the goal was to create a safe, this made me want to kill myself. He said, just to be frank, he said that the goal was to create a safe space where CEOs, VIPs, athletes, and people from all walks of life could come together under the same roof.
Totally.
Because me and CEOs were hanging.
Wouldn't that just be like, I don't know, networking, a happy
Yes,
hour?
and also he says they want all walks of life to be welcome. It's invite only.
Oh.
So if you don't know, then you don't know and you can't get in.
That makes sense why we did not know about this.
We didn't get the invite.
Yeah, weird. Got lost in the mail. Okay, interesting because not a fan of that energy. And
I know, but Lil JB, he was kind of hooping up. I have to say, I did watch
he
some
is
video.
athletic. He's like,
apparently.
I think I've seen videos of him ice skating too, or like playing hockey before, and he's like very athletic. It's just like, it's not giving.
I think that he really wanted this, and he's just like, whatever. I guess I have to play with other people, and they can't necessarily be normal people because they will stalk me.
And like, ask me for my autograph every 3 seconds. That actually makes sense. It's like he wanted to join like a co-ed after work hours, like volleyball league, you know, and he couldn't because he's super famous. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. But I will say Justina and Haley were at the league's recent private game where they were wrapped around each other on one chair while his teammates just stood by. He shared a ton of photos and videos of himself playing at the game. And yeah, that was
a lot of PDA.
That was a little much for me. I'm here for the smooches, but maybe not like the wrapping themselves around each other on one singular chair. Yeah.
I like how you said Justina because I think that I wrote that.
Yeah.
And I meant to write Justin and I did not.
I love
but Justina is very in our lingo.
Yeah.
So I'm glad
Justina.
that you went ahead and said it anyway.
Yeah. It vibed.
Yeah. They also did date night this week at the World Series.
Oh,
kind of a crazy little date night. And it's like the convergence of their two worlds because like Dodgers, LA.
Totally.
Toronto Blue Jays, Canada.
I
almost said Canada.
I was just about to say Canada.
And that game was kind of crazy.
And my life is kind of crazy. Yes. That game was kind of crazy, but also I just feel like last night's game, even crazier, of the World Series.
Right.
Which we can get into, like, actually, let's just get into it now because this was insane. So the game itself was the longest game in MLB history. It was 18 innings long. That's disgusting.
Like double game, right?
Yeah, it's double game. It's double game. No one signed up for double game. It's only happened twice in MLB history. And okay, so this was crazy. Brad Paisley sang the national anthem. Okay. He has also sung the national anthem at the World Series Game 2 in 2017. That was 11 innings. World Series Game 3 in 2018, 18 innings. The World Series Game 1 in 2024, 10 innings. And last night's game, World Series Game 3 in 2025, 18 innings. Brad Paisley has some sort of curse going on where if he sings the national anthem before the game, it's going into extra innings.
You're going to be there till dawn's early light.
Yeah, you better.
Dawn's early light.
Buckle up and get your sleeping bag out because you're there for a while.
I wonder if he stays.
He
must leave, right?
I'm so interested. Like, Brad, do you know your curse? Do you know your powers?
He must know.
Is it the way that you hit "And the Rock"?
No one asked for that. To the redwood forest. That does like its same vibe.
Yeah, so it was crazy.
Yeah, so the game lasted 6 hours and 39 minutes.
Honestly, yuck. Working out for 6 hours and 39 minutes? Goodbye. Even like sitting down on a hard wooden bench for 6 hours and 39 minutes.
Your cheeks would get cold.
No thanks.
You know, I guess they're depends on where you are, but
It's still chilly.
Yeah.
It's the fall.
it is the fall. There were 609 pitches. It tied for the longest World Series game, and it's 121 years of existence, like the postseason shenanigans.
Yeah.
And obviously the players are very exhausted, as you said.
Yeah.
They needed to refuel during the game. I read that there was some steak being eaten
Oh.
on the Dodgers side.
No, that's
also, in
electric.
the 16th inning, the Blue Jays were hand-served a fruit platter. Very nicely cut, by the way.
Of course. Of course.
Very nice cuts.
They're like, hey, we're going to walk into the literal dugout full of mud. Here is your fruit
And listen,
platter.
Vladdy Jr. took it.
He said, give me some of that watermelon. And Shohei Ohtani, hilarious in the post-game interview. He was asked, like, if he was, how he was feeling, whatever, what he was going to do next. And he was like, go home and sleep. Like, get me to my
He
bed.
took on the persona of sleepy Caroline Hendershot.
Yeah. Which is like me every time it gets past like 7:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I was like, his interpreter, if I were him, I would have just laughed.
Me too.
I don't know how he holds it
So
together because he was
serious.
so like, dude, I'm going to bed. And he
Yeah.
just was so serious. He's like, I'm probably just going to go to sleep now.
Yeah. Love it.
It's funny.
And then ultimately, Freddie Freeman's walk-off home run clinched the game for the Dodgers, who lead the World Series 2-1. And so this World Series is getting interesting.
Piquing our interest.
As non-baseball watchers, we are intrigued. So you know
Yes.
what? We'll have to continue to keep our eyes and tabs on it. You know what? The other thing I wanted to say was that the Joe Bros, they performed. Which
Yes.
not last night, right? It was like
No,
a
it was
couple.
game
It was
two.
game 2. It was a couple nights ago, and
The
it was
Joe Bros.
crazy.
The Jonas Brothers.
Oh, sorry, the Jonas Brothers. It was crazy because I was like, what are the Jonas Brothers doing here? It's the World Series. And you know what? It was even weirder because it was like there was a moment of silence for like
Stand Up for Cancer.
Standing up for cancer in the stadium, and then it was like Jonas Brothers are now performing, and it was like I Can't Lose was the song or something. I was like, I understand the intent. It's not hitting in the way that I think you wanted.
And I get the message too, because like they were honoring people who have survived cancer or died of cancer. So everyone was like holding up a card with people's names on it. They held up a card that said dad because their dad had cancer.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't lose. Like you can't lose your battle perhaps.
Yes.
But, or the World Series, you can't. I don't know.
It was it was bizarro. And I was
color.
also like, what are you doing here? When they
Right.
flashed the Jonas Brothers, I was like, this feels so
Joe was
random.
looking kind of hot, I have to say. Next.
Joe always looks a little
Spicy
intriguing.
pants.
Yeah, but then you remember he's short. No offense to our short kings. We love you.
We love you.
We love you. We love you.
All right. So we're going to move on to the NBA and its various scandals coming out of the weekend.
A lot of scandals.
There were two. We're going to start with the more serious one.
Yeah.
Because it's really shaking up basketball and I think sports in general and just calling into question the integrity of the sport and also just like the relationships that leagues have with sports betting.
Totally.
People have with sports betting. Players have with sports betting.
Yeah.
Even though they shouldn't be having that relationship anyway.
Correct.
There's a lot of info, so bear with us. You wanna
Let me
start?
begin. Last Thursday, the FBI, the freaking FBI, announced 2 indictments involving more than 24 individuals and at least 3 NBA figures. There are 2 separate cases here. So one involves sports betting and the other deals with poker games with alleged ties to the mafia. Really quickly, let me preface, mafia, we love you. We're not coming for you. The
No.
FBI did, so don't come for us.
We're just saying what happened to you guys.
We appreciate your hustle, but unfortunately, it is illegal.
Right.
Blake, take it away.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I mean, it does feel like an HBO special just waiting to happen.
Totally.
We're waiting for it.
Yeah.
So in the sports betting case, Terry Rozier, who is a current Miami Heat player, he was arrested and accused of taking part in an illegal sports betting scheme. The TLDR is basically that while he was playing for the Hornets, he allegedly told his friend that he was going to exit a game early due to injury on March 23rd, 2023. His friend then sold that info to probably his other friends and betting colleagues so they could bet on Terry's underperformance and win lots of money. And then in exchange, Terry would get some of the money too.
Yes. Now, in the rigged poker case, poker game runners used Chauncey Billups as what they call a face card, which is basically a famous person used to attract other rich people to then play in said poker game. In this case, his face card did decline, unfortunately. Billups allegedly helped organize and play poker games with those trying to win big, but he was helped by, honestly, insane technology.
I didn't even know it existed.
Of course we didn't. I had no idea. I feel like it only existed in this game. It was like a rigged shuffling machine, an x-ray table, and then they also had like glasses that the back of the cards, like the number was written on the back of the card in like essentially invisible ink. And these glasses you could see the number with. T. So prosecutors say that the mafia families ran the poker games that Billups and another former NBA player, Damon Jones, would play in. He was also indicted. Victims were allegedly cheated out of over $7 million since 2019.
Yeah.
That's crazy town. Okay, I have to. Okay, go
ahead, Tree.
I thought I was. Go ahead, Big Red. I thought I was making this up in my own mind. Did you ever read the book growing up called The Last Shot, a Final Four Mystery?
No.
Okay. I was like, I swear to God, I read a book like this when I was younger. I was like, this is legitimately the book that I read when I was younger. And then I was like, okay, you're going crazy, because I was Googling it, wasn't finding it. Then I found it. This is what this book, The Last Shot, a Final Four Mystery is. It's also a preteen novel. So
is it about basketball?
Yes.
Okay.
Listen to this.
Oh, God.
Stephen Thomas is one of 2 lucky winners of the U.S. Basketball Writers Association's contest for aspiring journalists. His prize, a trip to New Orleans and a coveted press pass for the Final Four. It's a basketball junkie's dream come true. But the games going on behind the scenes between the coaches, the players, the media, the money men, and the fans turn out to be even more fiercely competitive than those on the court. Stephen and his fellow winner, Susan Carroll Anderson, are nosing around the Superdome and overhear what sounds like a threat to throw the championship game. Now they have just 48 hours to figure out who is blackmailing one of MSU's star players and why. And there was
You read this book.
Yes, I read this book, and I was like, this happened in my book. Am I imagining that I read this book way back when? This book is literally what's happening. Maybe they got the idea. Maybe they read it and they were like, this is a good idea. But anyways, because there is like legit, it's the whole context of like, okay, throw the game
right.
and like do X, Y, Z, and like we're gonna, I think, bet on it, and then we're gonna make money and whatever. It's crazy.
And calling into question the integrity of basketball.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
But yeah, this whole story was crazy, and I think like, you know what, like the overarching thing for me that I'm coming away with it is like, okay, obviously I can't bet or gamble because I am an employee of the NFL, which honestly, like, it's never really interested me, so that's fine. But like I can't enter into like a March Madness pool with like money, you know? Like I could fill out a bracket, but like I can't enter it into a contest where I will win earnings from it. So that's one thing. But you know what bothers me is that like, I understand people are going to bet and I understand they're going to gamble, to each their own. But the problem I have is when like how the integration of gambling has just like literally become so integrated with sports. Like all of these TV shows and these broadcasts have like FanDuel Bet sponsored segments or like ESPN Bet. Literally when ESPN was breaking this story, there was the ESPN Bet bug like advertisement on the lower bottom of the screen. They removed it mid-conversation because they were like, oh shit, this isn't good.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is like obviously what they did. They knew what they were doing was bad, not giving them any kind of reprieve.
If they
from
did it, they allegedly did it.
Right, sorry. Allegedly.
No defamation in here.
Yeah, you betcha. So if they are found guilty, then they deserve that. But I will say, like, we need to really separate church and state again, because at one point it was very separated, I will say.
And like not that long ago?
No. And then all of a sudden within the past few years, I feel like it's just been like, okay, let's throw it all in together.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's very normalized.
Yeah. So I'm like,
This is like the second week in a row we have had a betting story where it just, right?
I think so. What was last week's?
I kind of care. I remember you were talking about degenerate gamblers.
Oh, it was the men betting on
Women's
WNBA.
periods.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I don't know. Touch some grass.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Touch some trees.
Except if you're in the mafia, you keep doing you. You guys are great. We love you.
We would never tell you what to do.
Wait, but I do have to say, did you, have you ever heard of the Tony Soprano story with the mafia?
Probably.
Okay.
But I can't remember.
Really quickly, I always find this hilarious because
he's actually met them.
Okay, so like Tony Soprano, when they were filming The Sopranos, he gets a call in the middle of the night. Someone's like retelling this story. One of the cast members retelling the story on a late night talk show. He gets a call in the middle of the night. He answers his phone, and it's an unknown number. And he goes, "Hello," and he goes, The other voice on the end of the line goes, "We love what you're doing with the show,
It's great. We really appreciate it. But just one thing. A true Don never wears shorts. Click. Hangs up the phone. And then Tony Soprano never wore shorts on the show again.
I love that story.
It's like, holy shit. They literally were able to get Tony Soprano's number.
I'm not surprised.
So anyways, love you, Mafia. Okay, our next story is perhaps even more scandalous. This past weekend, we saw the Knicks and the Celtics match up where New York beat Boston 105-95. And while Boston as a whole took the L, there was one player specifically who took the L the worst. That was none other than Jaylen Brown, who left the game with an injury of the hairline variety.
Yeah, it felt like fate, to be honest, when I was watching this go down. So during a drive to the basket, Jaylen Brown collided with OG Anunoby's white jersey. He had to wear white jersey that day because otherwise we would not have had this gift of the injury of the hairline variety. And Jaylen Brown left what appeared to be a black smudge on the jersey. And we can only assume, one can only reasonably assume, it was Jaylen Brown's smudged hairline on OG's jersey. Tough play.
Yeah, not great. And it's also like you would think that there would be like waterproof. They would be thinking waterproof kind
of.
For
athletes, like this is a market, y'all.
Yeah. Or like, you know what? They just don't understand setting spray. That's what it comes down to. I realized this. Yeah, of course.
They got stylists though, right?
No, but clearly they are doing this on their own because they're maybe a little shy about their hairline, and they're not using one size setting spray, which is waterproof, and it's incredible, and I use it all the time. And you know, we could help them.
We could teach them a thing or two.
We could educate them.
To me, I'm just like, I think we need to move past the spray on.
Okay.
You were a millionaire, babe.
Yeah.
Go to Turkey.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or shave your head. There's a welcoming community on Reddit waiting for you.
Yeah,
to go bald.
You were talking about this
because I went viral for it on my TikTok. If you've never heard of r/bald on Reddit, go check it out.
You have some things to explore.
It's a community of supportive men and women who will support you if you decide to go bald.
It's actually so sweet, and actually, no joke, everyone looks better after they shave their head.
It's true.
Like every single
person.
It's
in the Bible.
It's in the Bible.
That's what I read. You could also just go get your hairline cosmetically tattooed, Jaylen Brown.
Oh, that's a good one.
You know what? Oh, my nails. You kind of can't tell. I got my nails done last night.
Oh, they are.
And they're kind of life of a showgirl, but in certain lights, because sometimes they're a little more red than orange, but
they're like
see what I mean?
shiny. They're, what do you even call that?
No, this is not the color, though. It's supposed to be more orange right now.
No. I can see it when the light's hitting it. If you keep going like up and down like that, like you can. Okay.
Anyway,
I can see it.
Where I get my nails done, it's a cosmetic tattoo studio. So Jaylen Brown, hit me up. I got you.
Wow, that's so interesting. Okay.
For yourself from these shackles,
It was also a big week for just men's heads in general. Notre Dame fans have continued to speculate that their coach, Marcus Freeman, which let me tell you, he's a cutie patootie.
He is so cute.
Didn't say that. Don't worry. Sorry, Scott. He has a fake hairline as well because there have been also instances where like it's our rainy Notre Dame game and there's some it's a little patchy up there. Then there's a hat on suddenly.
Right.
So, you know, I think maybe we could also talk to Marcus Freeman about this as well.
True.
Not to mention, because someone started a Twitter account about his poor hairline, but also the San Diego State University coach, he's bald, but he has worn, it looks to be the same exact hat for, I don't know, 6 weeks straight in the tanning bed because or he just has never heard of sunblock on his bald head because he took off his hat during their game this past weekend. And I'm not even kidding. It's like kind of like the trucker mesh backing where it's like you have like the stripe.
The sun can get through.
It is exactly the print of that hat on his forehead.
We will include the picture here.
Not even his forehead. His entire skull because he's bald.
He's got to hit the tanning bed just for the head though.
Yeah, or just like maybe coach one game without it. Or like go in your backyard or something. Or like what practice.
Do it in the privacy of your own home.
Yeah, I don't know. Up to you, but I don't know. There's a couple things that you could do.
All right, shall we move to football?
Yeah, let's move to the pretty boys of the NFL.
Okay. So I will be starting off with my haiku.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay, this one is really simple because I wanted to hone in on one team, and it's for my father and for sexy Caroline Hendershot.
I was going to say, what the frick about me? Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
My dad can rest now, for his team finally won. This is the haiku.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Very well said.
If I could fit Caroline in the 575, maybe I would have. But
No,
this one was about my dad.
Caroline's obnoxiously long, you know?
Right. So you guys won.
Parents. The Jets freaking won. They did it. And you know what? Loved it. Loved every second about it. Although I will say I forgot how much the close games really give me heart palpitations. Like you'd think I'd be almost immune to it at this point. No, I'm not. I was screaming at the television back like in our back room before we went on air for the post-game show and whatnot. Like we're watching the whole game. I was freaking out. It was Crazy Town USA, and I just have to say, like, they trailed the entirety of the game except for like in the last 2 minutes, and they were still able to come back and win it. And let me just also say, with 8 minutes and 41 seconds left in the game, they trailed 38-24. And they were facing a 4th and 1 from their own 49-yard line. They had a win probability of 2.9%. 2.9%.
So how'd they do it?
So essentially, after they got that 4th and 1 with 8 minutes and 41 seconds left, Breece Hall scored his second rushing touchdown of the game. It became 38-30. Aaron Glenn, apparently huge math guy, didn't know this about Coach. Coach, love that for you. Couldn't be me if my life depended on it, but love that for you. He goes for a 2-point conversion. And I just want everyone who either knows someone or is listening right now, if you looked at the TV and you said, why are you going for a 2-point conversion? You're so dumb.
Wow.
Write a handwritten apology letter to Aaron Glenn right now. Do it. I'll wait. Because you know what? He was thinking 3 steps ahead because he knew, okay, if we go for the 2-point conversion and if we get it, then we can get another touchdown and then we can win in regulation. We don't have to go into overtime. We can just seal the deal. And you know what? He's thinking fucking in chess, not checkers, okay? So he was not messing around. So Fields throws it like while he's getting tackled to a running back, Isaiah Davis, who catches it like on the goal line and is getting tackled from behind as he's catching it. It's originally ruled not a 2-point conversion, like it didn't cross the line. However, Aaron Glenn throws that challenge flag and he says, bet. You look at it, literally the smallest amount of the ball just has to cross the white line, and it did, like literally this much, I think. And they overruled it. They get 2 points. So now they're trailing 38-32. The defense shuts out the Bengals offense. Then they get the ball back. They're the Jets offense. They get all the way down into the red zone. And Breece Hall, the running back, throws the game-winning interception to tight end Mason Taylor. And they kick the field goal and they go up 39-38. He's the only non-quarterback with a game-winning touchdown pass in the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter or overtime in the last 20 years.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. And he did like a pump fake and I was like, oh God, what are we doing? It's not going to work. And then he throws it and Mason Taylor like goes up and mosses the freaking Bengals defender. It was a thing of beauty. I couldn't get over it. The Jets scored 15 unanswered points and the Jets defense limited the Bengals offense to just 9 plays in the final 10 minutes.
Damn, I just feel like I made you work another shift.
No, it's
you
incredible.
Just like did what you did on Sunday.
I mean, like, I'm so happy to talk about the Jets when they're winning.
Right.
So, and also, I do also have to say this because it is my biggest pet peeve. I understand Jets fans have been, through the ringer, and it's a lot of losses. And obviously, that's never fun for anyone. But you know what? If you were bringing the energy of like, I hate this team, I'm jumping off the ship, don't you dare let me catch you celebrating. Don't you dare, because if anyone knows that pain, it's me, the woman who has to talk about them, win or lose. Talk to the players, win or lose.
Right.
So you know what?
She's in a hard position.
Just keep that same energy.
What about Justin Fields? I saw he was getting a little choked up
God, I love him.
during his press conference.
I love him. Something about Justin is that he is the most even-keeled person I've ever talked to, like athlete-wise. He never gets too high. He never gets too low. And I asked him one time, I was like, do you ever like talk shit to other people? Because like, I can't picture that from you. And he's like, not really. Like if they like get in my face about it, like sure, I'll say something back, but like, nah, it's just not my style. He was so vulnerable and emotional on the post-game podium. And then also to Bob Wischusen, who calls the radio play-by-play for the Jets radio broadcast. He was crying in his interview post-game with Bob Wischusen, just being like, I've been through so much this past week because the media was really on top of him. The owner had comments in the media about his play and his level of production. And just like, the New York media is really tough. And they're just not going to let anything kind of go under the radar. And he was like, it wasn't because I was upset about what was happening on the field. I just have been like really tested in my faith and all of that. And he was just really thankful for his faith and for God and all of that. And he was talking about it. And I was just like, I love you so much. And it's just the fact that he was like, I'm going to be vulnerable. And then shared it in a press conference that like everyone in the world could watch if they wanted. I'm like, okay, that takes a lot of freaking gusto.
Yeah, I think it's one thing to just say the thing, but then to preface it with saying that this thing that I'm about to say is vulnerable.
Yes.
That like makes it much clearer to people. You know what I mean? Who
Yeah.
doesn't, you know?
And then like to like have no problem being like, yeah, I was crying.
Yeah.
And like, you know, men, they don't like talking about their
Yeah.
feelings. So I freaking
Good
adore
week
Justin Fields.
for JF. No one calls him that.
Yeah, great week for JF. I do have to say, unfortunately, pregame, we did find out that Nick Mangold, he's a Jets legend, former All-Pro, he passed away at the really early age of 41. And it was only like 1 or 2 weeks ago that he actually released a statement through the Jets where he was asking for a kidney donation. If you were I think if you were like type O, I think it was. And because he like hadn't had any friends or family that could give him the kidney donation. And he had chronic kidney disease since 2006, but never told anyone because he didn't want that to like hang
to be, like,
over
a stigma
everything
or
that he
something,
did. Yeah. And he passed away 41 years old. He has 4 kids. They're like fairly young. I feel so horrible for his wife, his family, honestly, for all of like the Jets, just like fandom, because he was the nicest guy. He was always so lovely and knowledgeable and kind and just like down to earth. And the one thing that makes me be like, wow, this is kind of crazy was that Nick Folk, our kicker, kicked the game-winning. He was a former teammate of Nick Mangold. Mason Taylor caught the game-winning touchdown. His father was a former teammate of Nick Mangold. And the Jets won their first game 47 miles away from Centerville, Ohio, which is where Nick Mangold was born.
Okay, I just got the chills.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's like meant to be. So,
Okay.
thinking about him and his family.
Can we move on? I'm getting emotional.
I know. Sorry. Don't want to make you cry.
Okay, moving on. So I know we've been talking about how Colts have been kind of that bitch since...
Kind of that bitch.
Yeah.
Definitely that bitch.
Yeah, since Carly took over.
Queen Carly.
Right, and I guess it's fair to say that the guys on the field do have something to do with it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
They are responsible for
They
being
are
that
playing
bitch.
quite the role in
Right.
this.
Okay, so there are a few things that I want to call out as a casual fan.
Yes.
So I think that the skyscrapers here in New York City, the air quality, me New Yorkers, didn't really vibe with Daniel Jones's personality. I think he's a
Facts.
Midwest princess,
I
actually.
think, yeah, at heart, he really is.
Yeah. So I think he's found himself. That's something I've observed. But I want to ask you about 2 things. One,
Yeah.
I saw that the Sports Illustrated said the Colts are the #1 team in the NFL right now. I feel like some people have been saying that just because they were playing like weaker teams.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I can't.
As
When
you don't
everyone's
agree.
like, oh, they have an easy schedule. Guys, it's the NFL. We've seen it a million times this season. The good teams will lose to the bad teams and vice versa all the time. So it's like you literally can't predict what's going to happen. The Jets just beat the Bengals and they were winless and like wasn't supposed to happen. So like, you know, it's the NFL. It's going to be a competition every single week. So it's not like you can put out some subpar performance and like win by a landslide,
Yeah.
even if you have a quote unquote easy matchup. So I don't appreciate that. I think those people are wrong. But
Okay, great.
I will also say though that they do have their only losses to the Rams. They're a very good team. And they do have a little bit of a tougher like stretch coming up. They are going to play the Steelers, the Falcons, who have a terrible offense but have a good defense, and the Chiefs. So that will be interesting next 3 games to just kind of see like how they progress.
I'll be clocking that.
Yeah, you clock.
I'll be clocking that too.
You clock.
Okay, number 2. You were telling me about their running back,
Yes.
Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan
What do we know about him?
Taylor.
What do you know about him?
He is playing out of his goddamn mind. He could be the MVP this year. Like he's playing that freaking well.
I feel like that's a hot take question mark.
I mean, like, I think typically it's just like, you know, quarterbacks usually get the MVP, but I don't know. If you really look at this, like, okay, let me put it in perspective. In the 8 games that they have played this season, Jonathan Taylor, week 1, he had 21 touches, 98 yards. Crazy. Week 2, 27 touches, 215 yards,
Oh, wow.
and 1 receiving touchdown. So he didn't run the ball in, even though he's a running back. He got it. 3rd week, 20 touches, 118 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. 4th week, 22 touches, 96 yards. 20 touches, 86 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. The next week, 137 yards, 1 rushing touchdown. The next week, 132 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. And week 8, 174 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown.
So he's up.
He's beyond up. He's up and above.
He's in the stratosphere.
He ranks first in the NFL in carries with 143, rushing yards, 850, and rushing touchdowns with 12. He's like essentially on the Triple Crown watch. So he's playing out of his mind. Incredible. And I just have to say, obviously, all of this could not be happening without their offensive line because they're the guys that are clearing the way and paving the path for him to make all these crazy runs. They just have so many good pieces. And it's just like, you know what? So happy for Danny Dimes because he deserves this. He deserves it.
Nickname drop, okay.
Well, that's what his nickname was allegedly going to be in New York, and then everyone was really mean.
Couldn't see that happening. Okay, let's talk about the Eagles Giants real quick. Last one. So in case you forgot, the Eagles kind of shit the bed last time they played the Giants a couple weeks back. And then Saquon Barkley did some great things for my fantasy football team. Are you trying to do ASMR right now? Because you know that that mic is sensitive, right? And you're just out here touching your little cardboard that says Redwood. Are you kidding me right now?
Sorry.
Do you need a minute?
No, I'm fine. Fine. Everything's fine.
Okay. Ms. Branches. All right. Like I said, Saquon did some good things for my fantasy team this week. Thank you. But I heard you have some thoughts about the officiating on this one.
Oh, it was not good.
Not good. That's it.
There was
next.
Next. Of course, the tush push reared its ugly freaking head again. And Jalen Hurts, like, objectively fumbled the ball. He fumbled it. It was literally stripped out of his hands by Kayvon Thibodeau.
Right.
He fumbled the ball. The refs then ruled that there was like the forward progress was stopped before he fumbled it. So then it didn't count as a fumble. And everyone's like, what? And then Dable challenged it and then it still didn't get overturned. So everyone's like, what the actual F? How do you officiate a tush push? Because we've seen this now, and then we've also seen players legitimately jumping off sides, like before the ball is snapped. And so it's like, I never had a problem with the tush push itself. Now I have a really large problem because of the way that it's being officiated. If you can't officiate it in one clear, concise way throughout every single game, it shouldn't be a play. Like, it's just now it's like the refs are fucking up this play for the entire league because they can't do their job. Sorry.
I like seeing you get animated about the tush push in your tree costume.
And I'll die on that hill. But yeah, it was stupid. And then, but I will say the funny moment that happened post game, which was honestly kind of iconic. Kayvon Thibodeau was being asked by his locker post game about the play and whatever about like what he asked the refs and what the ref said to him. And he was just like, sounds like some bullshit to me. Kayvon Thibodeau said that. Then you see literally pop out from like behind him, Brian Burns tap him and say, don't get fined. Because it's like, if you talk shit about the refs, then you'll get fined. And Kayvon goes, oh, right. That was a great call by the refs. Like, honestly, I was peeing my pants watching it. I was like, this is great.
They were looking out for each other's like media training right there.
They were. But yeah, the Giants ended up losing 38-20. Really sad. Cam Scottaboo got injured. His ankle was not facing the right way.
Did you watch it?
Yeah. It was not facing the right way.
Don't watch it if you're squeamish.
Yeah, it wasn't. But it was dislocated, so he had surgery to get it relocated. That's not English? To reattached? I don't know. Ew.
They did its thing. They did their thing.
They surgeried him. And while he was in the hospital, Big Dom, you know, on the Eagles, the security guy, he brought him cheesesteaks in the hospital.
Cheesesteaks.
He was like, love you, bro. But the thing that actually kind of almost made me cry was Jackson Dart walked over to Cam Scottaboo when he was on the back of the injury cart, and he
head bumped him.
I was like, oh. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't look like he's going to be headbutting much longer.
No.
This season. Probably out, right?
Yeah, I think he's donezo for the
whole season long?
Yeah.
It's such a bummer.
I know, but you know what? It's probably good long term for him because he runs he's running through a brick wall every time.
Maybe he will take some time to also reflect on that part of his game too.
Definitely not. But I do think this will just be good for his body, his wear and tear, you know?
Right. I do think, did you see that he was on the Knicks sidelines the other day?
Yeah.
I think that he could be coming for Timothy Chalamet's spot.
Oh,
for favorite white boy of the Knicks.
I like that because he was in the background of like the freaking picture that was like on the front page of the Post or whatever. Yeah, loved him. I will say, on the other side of the ball, AJ Brown, who is out of the game with a hamstring injury, so I don't know how people discover this. This is honestly like incredible investigative journalism. Went through all of his old tweets where he ever complimented Jalen Hurts, the quarterback, and deleted them. There's trouble in paradise.
Christ.
Yeah. And everyone's like, oh, trade deadline coming up. He's definitely going to get traded. It's like, no, Howie Roseman is not that stupid. He would never trade him unless it was for like an absolute haul of picks, which I doubt will happen. But yeah, I don't know how those two repair their relationship.
I know.
It's not great.
They need to go to couples therapy
Yeah, big time.
with Dr. Orna. You ever watch that show?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've watched mostly just the highlights and the clips on TikTok.
On the TikTok, yeah.
On
Honestly,
the
all you need.
TikTok. On the
Sorry.
TikTok. Yeah. Okay. But that was really all that was happening that you need to know that was happening in the NFL this week.
All right, college football real quick. So
Yeah,
there's
real
more
quick.
drama in the coaching department of college football.
Classic.
Brian Kelly was fired from his head coach position at LSU.
Yep.
And apparently it's because he didn't live up to the LSU standards set for him when he joined the program 4 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. So in total, the school owes him about $54 million in buyout money, and he stands to make over $26,000 per day from LSU for the next 6 years,
Great.
unless he finds a new job, in which case his buyout could be less. But overall, this year, 7 Power 4 college football coaches have been fired. So that's LSU, Florida, Penn State, UCLA, Arkansas, Virginia Tech, Oklahoma State, and Stanford. That's 8.
Where do you put all these coaches? You know what I mean?
I don't know. And also, where are you finding all of their replacements?
Yeah, that's a good point too.
So like it's not good. But the total cost of that, over $169 million in buyouts.
Okay, is this like level of firing unprecedented too?
I think like the number, I don't know whether it's record breaking per se,
Right.
but this is crazy.
Yeah.
And I just want to say one thing that like, okay,
Your hair is
Sorry.
sticking to your face because you're sweating.
I'm literally sweating. I think my makeup's coming off on this plastic. It's okay. Nevertheless, she persisted. I just want to say one thing. LSU's athletic director, Scott Woodward, hired Jimbo Fisher at Texas A&M. And he also hired Brian Kelly at LSU. Both were fired, and the schools have to pay $130 million in buyouts to those two coaches, and somehow he still has a job. This guy, Jeff Goodman, tweeted that. I'm like, hello? When are you going to start holding the AD accountable,
Right.
too?
That's a good point.
Not that I'm praying on anyone's downfall. Unless if you're the AD of Ohio State. But like never praying on anyone's downfall or for them to lose a job. But I'm like, yikes.
It's a good point to make.
He did not one big boo-boo. He did two.
Too costly boo-boo.
Yeah, not good.
Costly. Okay,
Yeah.
I did want to say one headline from the Guardian reads, getting fired as a college football coach is a booming industry. I thought that was so funny. And the opener to the article says, at a time when millions are at risk of going hungry and losing their medical insurance benefits, struggling Americans can at least take solace in knowing that the nation's college football coaches are doing just fine, especially Brian Kelly. Like, the shade is so real. And it's
Savage.
like, yeah, they're fine. Like,
Yeah.
guys, don't get caught up in this. Like,
Don't feel bad.
yeah,
Of course, it's sad that no one ever wants to lose their job, but they're getting paid.
they're going to be fine.
Quite a pretty penny. Yeah.
Okay, so there's some good news for pregnant players on the U.S. women's national team because their head coach, Emma Hayes, just shared that U.S. Soccer is developing pre- and post-pregnancy protocol for U.S. women's national team members.
It's about damn time. She dropped the news the same day that Lynn, okay, I might,
Biondolo?
yes, thank you. I was going to say.
Methinks that's how you say it.
I don't want to mess this up. Biondolo announced that she and her husband are expecting, so exciting, and it comes during a time when several United States women's national team players are either pregnant or have recently had a baby, like Sophia Wilson and Mallory Swanson.
So Hayes says the approach will ensure that players return to play as safely as possible, and there's no official date for when these protocols are going to be rolled out. But even just talking about it, I think is so great, and naming it and just making sure that it is in the conversation for pregnant players.
Also, it's just like, duh. Like,
Yeah.
why haven't
Le-duh.
more women's leagues had this kind of in place already? You know? It's like, this is something that happens. You shouldn't have
It's gonna happen.
You shouldn't have to like retire to then have children.
Right.
You know?
Or like retroactively have to be like, oh shit, we need to put stuff in place.
Completely.
'Cause it's going to keep happening.
Speaking of women's soccer, let's go to the National Women's Soccer League, where Decision Day is this Sunday, November 2nd. All 14 clubs will play. Two teams, North Carolina and Louisville, are fighting for the last playoff spot, while the other clubs are fighting for the highest possible seed. You can watch most of the action on ESPN. All matches start at 5 p.m. Eastern, except for Casey Curran's match against the San Diego Wave. And we'll put the matchups in our show notes as well, so you have them.
Very exciting.
Very.
Whoa, it's Sunday already?
I know, flew.
Damn.
Though it also didn't flew because it didn't flew. Because the plastic has been sticking to my face the entire time.
It's melting. Actively.
It's melting. I'll start with a feel-good one. At the Lions game over the weekend, this kid, he's probably fresh out of college.
He looks like it.
He looks like a little acne-prone bebe. He wore a Pistons jersey to the Lions game because he didn't have a Lions one. And the post was saying how, like, everyone in the row was, like, you know, making fun of him, being like, showed up to the wrong place, haha, and, like in good spirit, whatever. This woman who's sitting close to him and, like, sees this whole thing unfolding, sees it and is talking to her husband, and she's like, we have to get him a jersey. And somehow she figured out that his favorite player was Jahmyr Gibbs. She goes, gets the jersey and gives it to him, like, taps him and hands it to him. And he's, like, in awe and shock, and then, like, shows his friend, and his friend's like, oh my God, put it on. And, like, she didn't know that someone behind them was filming the whole thing. It was just so wholesome. And I was like, ugh, I love when sports fans are just, like, so cute and wholesome.
They united.
Yes.
Come on.
I love it.
And
so
they just,
really
like, really recruited him into the Lions, den.
And he was like, hey, I'm a fan of Detroit. Hello,
Right.
Pistons. But, like, just didn't have a
I
jersey
also think
yet.
it's so cute that he was like, I didn't have anything, so I just wore a Pistons jersey.
Yeah, sweetie pie.
I would have been like, okay, I'm just going to wear, like, the colors vaguely.
No,
but he's
sweetie
like,
pie.
I'll go
Love
Pistons.
him. Love him. Love him.
Cutie boy. Okay. I'm up next. So I saw this video that made me, as a 26-year-old, soon to not be 26-year-old, Friday is my birthday.
Ayo.
It made me feel old. So the Panthers social media team asked their players if they knew this phone number, and I'm going to read it to you. 678-999-8212.
Can I?
Go ahead, babe.
678-999-8212.
I would have went 678-999-8212.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Baby, you know that I miss you. Anyway, it's a Soulja Boy song called Kiss Me Through the Phone.
And, like, none of them knew it.
Barely any of them knew it. Someone asked if it was Bow Wow. One guy asked if it was Shakira.
Yeah, shame on
That's
you.
like such a diss to Shakira. She is way better than Soulja Boy.
And also a diss to Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
That song was iconic.
Iconista.
Iconique. Like, how dare you?
This
honestly.
one kid who was born in 2003 was like, I'm from Ohio, and I was 5 years old when it came out. I wasn't listening to that.
That one did make me laugh. I was like, you
did.
know what? Respect.
Yeah, it just made me feel so old because that song was legit on the radio all the time. I think I called it once. I think it's inactive now.
No, I remember calling it.
Yeah.
It was definitely like,
I think he, like,
hey, you've reached Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't even know if you could leave a message, but I just remember being like, oh my God, Soulja Boy's cell phone.
Yeah. So it's just another day.
It just
makes
makes me feel so fucking old. Okay, next one. We need to talk about the Asia Wilson effect because it is taking over Bam Adebayo's game. So the NBA season started, and since it did, Bam has been playing out of his mind ever since the Aces, of course, won the chip, and since Asia won league MVP. He tied his single game career high, scoring 4 3-pointers in the Heat's win over the Grizzlies in just the first half.
Yeah.
And people in the comments of the post are being like, thank you, Asia. We love you, Asia. Oh my God, Bam has never played like this. Asia, we love you. And I'm like, yes, that is correct.
This is why they're our favorite sports couple.
Credit the woman. Because you know what? I don't know what the saying is because I can't remember it, but every man just needs a woman in his life to level up, you know?
Yeah. And I think he is. Imagine if he won the chip.
Oh my God.
If
that
the
would be-
Miami, if they won.
Yeah, that would be gross. In like the best way possible.
Yeah. I don't think it could happen.
Yeah.
I want to be proven wrong.
Yeah. Ooh, there you go. Throw down the gauntlet.
Okay, last minute we've got is Travis Kelce. He finally delivered on what you asked him to.
Yeah, he
because
did.
you made this request to him.
I did. I put
specifically.
it out into the ether. The
Right. So
universe.
he last night in the Chiefs game against the Commanders hit the fade of Ophelia touchdown Celly.
And it wasn't right when he scored because I was watching and he like screams into the camera and I was like, hey, yo, okay. That was some sort of Celly. He was just very excited. But then it was like as he was running off the field and they showed it as like they were going to commercial, he did the I pledge allegiance. He put his hand over his heart. He did the pledge allegiance to your like
land, the sea.
No, to your team. And then he did the hands. It was just like so well done. I was like, yeah, you know what? Good job.
You just look like you did 6'7".
Oh, ew. No, not that.
If you know, you know. Don't know.
No, if you don't know. Okay, so for you, what was your favorite Send It?
I'm gonna go Soulja Boy.
I was just about to say, if you didn't go Soulja Boy, I think I would be
shocked for me,
really
right?
upset and like my feelings would be very hurt. I think for me, my Send It favorite of the week, I think actually it's gonna be this one. Happy birthday to you.
Wait, what?
Happy
You brought that in?
birthday to
You guys are sneaky.
you. Happy birthday to
Why is there a tree singing to me?
Redwood tree. Happy birthday to you.
It's cake. Oh my god! It's like guys,
Make a
it's-
wish.
Oh my god! Wait, it's funfetti cake.
Yeah.
I'll blow it out, and
There's
then I'll
also
show
a
you.
chocolate slice. Make a wish. You have to make a wish. Okay, you didn't really make a wish, but that's okay. We'll pretend you did. Okay.
Yay! Oh my god, you're such a sneaky little freak. I'm so
love
mean
being
to her.
sneaky.
Wait, but look, chocolate's for you, right? Because I want
No,
this.
no, no. Well, I just wanted you to have both options.
Okay,
I
because I,
panicked
like a
in the
funfetti.
store.
I like a
I
vanilla
know.
one. Look at it.
Yeah, she looks gorgeous. So happy early birthday to Blakey. Our Halloween baby turns 27 on Friday.
It's true.
So exciting. Another year older
I can't believe
and
you
wiser.
snuck this on me.
Girl.
Like,
At least you didn't
I
cry
got you first.
on camera.
well, I have too much going on right now. I have a game to call, so
I'm overwhelmed. I have a game to go.
sorry.
Sorry, I'm actually all business right now. We love you, and we just want you to have the best birthday ever.
I'm gonna have the best birthday ever. And now that I have this little slice of cake in my life,
Little slice
I'm
of
supposed to go to the
heaven.
gym after this. I don't know about that.
Absolutely not.
I don't know about that. Yay! I can't wait to
Yay!
eat it. Can we hang up now so that we can?
Yeah, we can
eat this?
hang up the phone call with all of our friends at home. Anyways, thanks for watching. Well played, everyone.
The only podcast in the League of Its Own.
Yeah, nailed it.
Sorry, I'm really
Okay, love you.
distracted. Bye.